Greetings. Welcome back to Beaver Branch Disc Golf Adventures. I'm Brian Morris, PDGA 16791. I'm a member of Team Trilogy and a member of Trilogy Talk Team. Check them out for exclusive apparel offerings and unique discs, minis, swag, you name it. Use code Morris22 to get 5% off. Lots of good deals. Check the site out. Today we have one of my favorite, it has to be my favorite fairway driver, the Maverick. We have the new 2022 Fuzion X Zach Melton Maverick. Make sure you all get out and support Zach, awesome player. And the coolest part is the little Zach Melton heads inside the Melton there. That's what I'm trying to get to. The Maverick comes in at a speed 7, glide 4, turn of -1.5, and a fade of 2. Initially, we're going to start off by looking at the Melton Maverick versus regular Lucid. I have 170 gram Lucid. I believe the Zach Melton here is a 173. We have our Beaver Branch stamp. We're going to compare this as kind of the placebo here. I throw the regular Lucid a lot. We're going to throw the Zach Meltons against it. And then later in the program, folks, I'll bring in the 2019, which this one I've thrown, so a little bit seasoned. I got the 2020 Zombie Zach and the 2021 Fuzion X to compare to. Thank you for watching the videos. Like, share, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get to the action. And here we go with a look at the 2022 Fuzion X Burst Maverick on the left and a Lucid Maverick on the right. The Maverick is a 7-speed with a fairly thin rim, easy to throw, user-friendly disc. A great disc to learn how to throw at the lower speeds, 60 to 80%. Here's a look at the rim next to a river. That is a river on the left. I'm not going to throw the river in this, just wanted to give you that flat look with the rim to show you that the river is definitely a domier disc with more glide. As always, we're going to start off with the hyzer release, throwing the Lucid first. Just trying to get it out there, get it warmed up. This is the 2022 Fuzion X Burst. Pretty similar flight so far. Our next two shots are going to be your flat release or straight flight. If there's one thing about the Maverick, it's a great disc to really buckle down on your arm speed and figure out the exact angle to throw a straight shot. I throw it in that 280 to 320 foot range. A look at the Fuzion X 2022. Pretty similar flight off that release. Here's a look at them up here, the two hyzer shots, we just passed them. And the two straight shots, you can see that that Fuzion X did pin the basket. Here we're going to go anhyzer on about a 50 to 60% pull. Just taking some off, and you can see this gets up and eventually does fade out to the left as it slows down. Fuzion X on the same release, faded out a little bit sooner, and it is just a little bit more stable. Here's an anhyzer on 80%, just really getting into it a little bit more. And you can see once you get the right angle, you can throw a beautiful left to right shot with these discs. Here is the Fuzion X following a very similar line. It did slow down in fade out, as you will see in the pictures here. Here are the first two shots. You had the Lucid there and the Fuzion X off to the left as it has more stability. Just a little bit more stability. I don't want to say that the Fuzion X is that much more stable than a regular Lucid. This is the closest I think it's been from the Team Series. Here I'm going to throw some flat straight shots, really just trying to get the stability testing here. And I apologize, the first couple shots, this first one I threw low. So I threw this second shot with the Fuzion X, tried to follow that same exact line, same release, a little bit higher. And you can see it did fade just slightly more. Here I'm going to try to recalibrate and adjust and throw that 300-foot straight shot. This is the shot that everybody should learn how to throw with the Maverick. It's very dependable, throwing it at like 70 to 80%, which makes everything more accurate when you're not throwing hard. Here's the Fuzion X following a very similar line. You can see a little bit of turn in that disc. You see our first two shots here. The worm burners. And the second shot's very close to one another, probably 15 feet apart. And the Fuzion X did get a little bit further. Here is our Team Series main event, folks. This is the coveted 2019 Lucid X. This is the only used discs that I've been throwing in this review. It still maintains some pretty good stability. Here is the 2020 Zombie Zach Melton Moonshine Lucid X. And you can see off that same release, it faded out pretty hard to the left. Here's the 2021 Fuzion X. These are still around and available. I recalibrated here and released a little bit more to the right for that one and the Fuzion X Burst here. I will say the 2021 Fuzion X is more stable than the 2022 Fuzion X Burst. Here's our spread. You have the 2019. There's the 2020 Zombie Zach off to the left. It definitely is more stable. All right, final wrap up. The Maverick is a 7-speed disc that is great for beginners, experienced players. What I benefit from the Maverick is being able to shape shots with it, hyzer flipping it to straight, as well as throwing anhyzer shots with it. So I think that, you know, anybody can benefit from throwing it. As far as the Team Series goes, I think that the 2020 Zombie Zach and the Opto X Moonshine is going to be the most stable version of the Team Series. It's very stiff. My initial thoughts when I first threw it back in 2020 was like, it was like kind of like a seasoned explorer right off the bat. I think coming in second is going to be the 2021 Fuzion X. Again, another very stiff plastic, and definitely has a little bit more fade at the end than a normal Lucid Maverick. This disc, when brand new, had a little bit of fade, but ended up, as it got seasoned, flying like a regular Lucid. This is arguably one of the best runs. I know my friend Kevin Gleason stockpiles these. The Lucid X 2019 Maverick. And the 2022 Maverick is a go. Slightly more stable than a regular Lucid Maverick in my comparisons here, but not too overstable, where you can still use it for Maverick type shots, if you will. It'll still Maverick. So support Zach. He's a really cool guy, and go out and get yourself one. They're available at Trilogy Talk and also on dynamicdisc.com. Thanks a lot for watching these videos. Like, share it out to someone who might benefit, who's thinking about throwing that disc, and subscribe.